Shalom Israel. Welcome again to Watchmen of the Faith Ministries. My name is Kasada Bar. All right, I want to finish off this series that I'm doing. Okay, who is the Messiah? And what I want to do now is give a quick recap and better explaining the word bara ashayah, or the word bereshit, as some of us know as Genesis. What I like to try to do, okay, is keep everything in its Hebraic perspective. When I keep everything in its Hebraic perspective, this forces me now to think Hebrew, because Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and all of our forefathers were Hebrew. If I read the Bible from a Hebraic perspective, it channels something deeper in me where I can now look at it from a different point of view. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not saying now that Hebrew is a criteria that we must have in order to make it to the kingdom. And also I want to make clear too, with Hebrew, like I said earlier, some people say Bereshit with Genesis. I say Bara Ashayah. Me personally, and I don't believe any brother has, a recording on how Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob spoke. I don't believe in these vowel points and things like that that these so-called Jews are using to break down words. I don't believe that. I don't believe that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was putting vowel points and things like that on these Hebrew characters to give it pronunciation. I'm more strictly with the Abba Gada, all the way down till you get to the last 22nd letter of the Hebrew alphabet, and the letter is Tha. All right, I'm more comfortable with that. But if a brother can show me in detail, okay, in some type of ancient artifacts that they were putting vowel points on these Hebrew characters, I would gladly change it and conform to that way of pronouncing these words. But again, I don't have a voice recorder on how these guys spoke, but I do know for a fact the way that I'm speaking to you today is not the way that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob spoke over 2,000-3,000 years ago. I don't believe that. Now, understanding, okay, the redemptive role of the Messiah is very, very important, okay? This is going to be the key to our understanding and coming back into covenant relationship with the Messiah. All right. Now, given this quick recap, all right, I want it to be understood, and all of this can be brought out in scriptures. According to the scriptures, the Messiah is the Torah. Okay, and it tells you that in the book of John, the first chapter. I already went through that. Those of you that have been following the series of who is the Messiah in series 1 and 2, I gave a nice breakdown. And if there's any questions, please leave a statement, and I will gladly, okay, respond to it regarding anything that I'm saying. If you have a question, leave a comment, and I'll try to answer your question as thoroughly as possible. But where I'm coming from is this: the Messiah is the Torah. Okay, the Messiah created the heavens and the earth. The Messiah made covenant relationship with Abraham. The Messiah led the children of Israel out of Egypt. The Messiah gave the Torah at Mount Sinai. The Messiah is the bridegroom of Israel, Yasha Allah. Okay? The Messiah is the glory of the Father. Hopefully there's no misunderstanding with that. And if there's any questions, again, please leave a comment. All right? It's very important that we understand, okay, our responsibility as Israelites in the world representing our husband, which is the Messiah. It's very important for us to understand that. Now, what I want to do also now is break down properly in more detail the word bara ashayah, as some brothers say bereshit, and I'm referring to the word Genesis. The word Genesis does not mean the generations of Isis. All right, it doesn't mean that. All right, so what I want to do now is show an index card. All right, this word here is bereshit. All right, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 characters, you have the ba, the ra, the ah, the sha, the ya, and the tha. And they pronounce this bereshit. Now, this is the very same Hebrew characters here, okay? And the word is, the way that I'm comfortable with pronouncing it is bara ashayah. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Bara Ashiyah. That's going to be very, very important for us to get this understanding and understanding properly the scriptures from a Hebraic perspective. All right. Now what I'm going to do is show you now here this, get a little bit closer here. These Hebrew characters here. The first letter that you see here is the Ah. All right. This Ah, underneath that Hebrew character, you have the pictograph of an ox. So understanding not just the Hebrew characters, but understanding the pictograph too, because the pictograph is also telling a story. So the first letter, the Ah, represents the ox, but the word that I'm interested in right now is the Ba. When you read the Bible in Hebrew, the first letter is enlarged. Okay? And just to also let us, hopefully we understand that there are no capital letters in Hebrew. There are no periods. There's no question marks. There's no red writings. There's no commas. And it wasn't originally broken down into chapters. All right? So that's very important for us to understand. But the Ba represents the house in the pictograph. All right? So what I did now, and I just want to show this here in this index card. Okay? This is the Ba. The Ba is the Hebrew character. And the Ba, the word Ba in Hebrew is in. And then the pictograph is representing a house. All right. Now, what I did now, this is all now breaking down the word Bara Ashiyah. All right. Now what I did was I took the first two letters. Okay. The first two letters in the word on Bara Ashiyah, and you get the word son. It's Bar, as in Simon Bar Jesus. All right. And the word Bar is Aramaic, and it means son. So in the word Bara Ashiyah, or the word Bereshit, okay, you have the pictograph with the first word Ba representing a house. You take the first two characters in the word Bara Ashiyah, and you have the word Bar. The word Bar is Aramaic, and it means son. This son is representing the Messiah. Okay, Hamashiach Yahawashai, and is representing the son. All of this can be found in the breakdown of the word Bara Ashiyah. Now, here's another index card. This word here is Barayath, or Barayath. And the word Barayath means covenant. It means, and the word covenant is associated with the word, okay, marriage. So what I did now is I took the first two letters of the word Bereshit, or Bara Ashiyah, and the last two letters with this is the Yah and the Tha, Y-A and the T-H. So these words combined together is Barayath. And the word again, Barayath, means covenant. So now, when you look at the word Bereshit again, the word Bereshit means in the beginning. The Ba is representing the house. So in the very beginning, all right, a house is being built. You take the first two letters, the Ba and the Ra, which means, Bara means create, but the word Bar means son. So in the word Bara Ashiyah, you have the word son. You take the last two letters, which is the Yah and the Tha, and you have the word Barayath, and the word Barayath means covenant. So at the very beginning, we see that the Messiah is in covenant relationship with the Father. All right, I'm going to say it again. At the very beginning, we see that the Son is in covenant relationship with the Father. All right, there's a marriage at the very beginning, and a house is being created. And this is the responsibility of the nation of Israel, okay, is to also be in covenant relationship with the Father and the Son. But from Genesis to Revelation, okay, this is all talking about the Messiah. I'm going to show you something in the book of Revelation. And again, this is just a quick recap. We go to the book of Revelation, the first chapter. And again, look at this thing from a Hebraic perspective. I'm going to read again Revelations 1 and 8. It says, I am Alpha. And that word I am is going to be very, very important in the next series that I do, because I can also show through the scriptures that the I am is the Messiah. All right. And that's going to be the next series that I'm going to do. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning, which is the Bereshit, and the ending, saith the Messiah, which is, which was, and which is to come, the Almighty. The word El Shaddai means Almighty, and this is referring to the Messiah. What's important here now in verse 8 in the book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 8, where it says Alpha and Omega, the Messiah did not come to John the Revelator and say that I am the Alpha and Omega. The Messiah said that I'm the Ah and the Tha. I'm going to show the picture graph again. We have the first letter, which is the Ah. The ox is representing the strong mover. And who's the strong mover? The Messiah. The last letter is the Tha. So the Messiah said that I am the Ah. The ox is representing the strong mover. And the Messiah said that I am the Tha. The beginning. In the beginning letter of the Hebrew alphabet is the Ah, and the last letter in the Hebrew alphabet is the Tha. The Messiah said, I am the Ah and the Tha. The Messiah did not say I'm the Aleph. The Messiah did not say that I am the Alpha and Omega. Okay, and I just wanted to make sure that we understood that in its entirety, that the scriptures from Genesis to Revelation, or from the book of Bereshit, or Bara Ashayah, to the book of Revelation, this is all talking about the Messiah. All right, I'm going to go to Psalms 40 and 7. Okay, and prove this in detail so that there's no misunderstanding. Okay, Psalms 40 and 7. Then said I, Lo, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me. This is the Messiah talking right here. From Genesis to Revelation, okay, this is all referring to the Messiah. The Messiah's redemptive role was to redeem the house of Israel, okay? The nation of Israel, us as a community, collectively, all the people of Israel, we was in the transgression. The transgression was that we were now living in sin. The Messiah died for the nation of Israel to bring us back into covenant relationship with him. Now I'm going to go to the book of Luke. Go to the book of Luke. I'm going to go to Luke, the 24th chapter, and I'm going to read the 27th verse. This is the Messiah speaking here. And beginning at Moshe, which as Moses, and all of the prophets, he, which is the Messiah, expounded unto them, which is the disciples, in all the scriptures, from the book of Genesis all the way, the book of Genesis, because and what happened now, after the Messiah died, we have Peter and James and all these guys reiterating, okay, the Messiah. But all of the Old Testament scriptures is foretelling or foreshadowing the coming of the Messiah. So he, the Messiah, expounded unto them in all the scriptures the things concerning him. All of this was foreshadowing the coming of the Messiah. From Genesis all the way to the book of Matthew, where the Messiah is now on the scene, fulfilling all of the things that were spoken about him in the book of Psalms and all of the prophets. All right, with that, I'm going to have to stop. Okay, and I'm going to continue on in this last series, Who is the Messiah? And with that, I say shalom.